Are you unable to get into a very deep squat, or did you do my quick test from my last video and find out that the reason you can't get into that squat is because you're lacking ankle mobility? I have 3 stretches for you today to help loosen those ankles up. We need to be able to get into a deeper squat to get things on and off the floor, but also it helps us to strengthen our legs, our hips, and our core, which helps us with balance and can even build bone density. I'm Anne, a physical therapist and holistic practitioner for bone health. Let's get started. A few of the reasons why we may be lacking ankle mobility: if you've had many injuries to the ankle in the past, either ankle sprains or breaks to the ankle, that can build scar tissue to limit mobility. If you're wearing heels all the time, that shortens out the soft tissue in the back of the ankle. That can also lead to ankle tightness or immobility. And just if you've done a lot of sports where you're jumping, that can also lead to some inflammation and scar tissue that may be limiting ankle mobility. So the first exercise that we'll do to stretch out the back of the ankle would be a calf stretch. So to do that, you're going to stand back from the wall about arm's length, and then take one leg and take a big step back, bend the forward knee, and get that back heel down. So give yourself enough distance so that you can get the back heel down. This would be too far because I can't get my heel to the ground. So only go the distance where you can get that heel down to the floor. Now in this position, you're just going to hold it here for about 30 seconds. This is stretching the long calf muscle, the gastrocnemius. This muscle crosses the knee. So be sure to engage that quad muscle to keep the knee straight. Okay, so we don't want it to be too bent here. We want to try to get that knee as straight as possible so that we get the full length of the muscle. Now, you may feel that in the back of the ankle. That's about where you should feel it, but you could also feel it a little bit further up or even behind the knee, depending on where you're tight. So 30 seconds, do that 3 times, 2 to 3 times on each leg. For the next exercise, you're just going to bring that back leg a little bit in. So you're bringing it a little bit closer to the front foot, and now you're bending both knees. So you're bending both knees, and you should feel this much lower in that back foot. So you're going to feel this more in that Achilles tendon and the lower part of the calf muscle, the soleus muscle. That's where we're stretching. You don't want to feel pain in the front of the ankle. So if any of the stretching in the back of the ankle makes you have pain in the front of the ankle, there could be impingement there from bony tissue, or it could be just a lack of mobility in the ankle joint, in which case you will want to see a physical therapist. They can give you different types of stretching and mobilization. They may need to help mobilize the ankle to have it sit in a better alignment so that you can get that stretch there. All right, so that's the second exercise. So about 30 seconds, 2 to 3 rounds on each side. For the last stretch, we're going to get in that same quick test position that I did in my last video. I will put that link in the comments below so you can quickly access that. But the same position, you're going to put that front foot where the big toe is about a hand's width from the wall. And from here, we're just going to bring that knee forward. So the testing position becomes the stretch position. So we're getting a little bit deeper into the back of the ankle there. Again, there should be no pain in the front of the ankle. You should feel this right through here. And you can bring a little bit more to it by taking your arm and just leaning on it gently, so that we're trying to get that knee toward the wall, as close to the wall as you possibly can. while keeping that heel down. So we don't want to do this stretch with the heel up. We want to keep the heel down. You can add a little bit of overpressure to it, 30 seconds, 2 to 3 times on each side. Lastly, while we're working on our ankle mobility and we want to continue to do squats, but do it with less pain and better form, a couple things that we can do. Number one, we can take a towel and roll it up and just place it underneath our heels so that the heels are a little bit elevated. All right, and that's going to decrease the amount of range or motion that the ankles need to do to get into a squat. So that can be super helpful for tight ankles. It can also help for people that have pinching in the front of their hips. Makes it a little bit easier. The next thing that we can do is just tweak our form slightly. So instead of trying to keep your feet very straight forward and underneath your hips, you can slightly open them up and then turn the toes slightly out to the sides. That might help as well in giving you a little bit more freedom in the ankles while allowing you to get down into a deeper squat. Again, while you're working on stretching out those ankles and improving the mobility in the ankles overall. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and the notification so you'll be alerted when my next video comes out. Until next time.